Howdy, y'all. I'm young Southpaw. I put a new album out a few weeks back called The Lost Archimedes. You can get it over on Bandcamp, youngsouthpaw.bandcamp.com. And on it, I conjectured, what if David Bowie was the one to replace David Lee Roth and Van Halen? I mean, woo! That would have been amazing, Two of the greatest musical minds of the 20th century collaborating like that. Heck, maybe even since the beginning of time, Woo! I mean, they both had songs called 1984, Van Halen's being the first song on the greatest album ever made, and Bowie's was on Diamond Dogs, Diamond Dave, there you go. They could have done like, oh, you ate a tin machine, and oh, you ate a tin machine too. I mean, both had covered Where Have All the Good Times Gone, by the Kinks, the Kinksy Boys. I mean, where have all the good times gone? A very relevant question in 1985 after Roth had left. But that Bowie Jagger version of Dancing in the Street, man, I mean, that's a hard thing to reckon with, by any stretch of the imagination. The best anti-cocaine ad ever made, But I mean, when you remember that it came out in 1985, a mere months after Roth had left, too, I mean, maybe Bowie was signaling him, he's just saying, I'm still available, I'm still standing. Actually, that was Elton John, I mean, Elton John being, singer Van Halen, that's a whole different kettle of fish, I mean, two keyboard players like that. But I mean, back to Dancing in the Street, I mean, of course it was a signal, I mean, Van Halen themselves had covered it on Diver Down, I mean, another DD. Diamond Dogs, Diver Down, Diamond Dave, woo! And like that South America line, what was that all about, I mean, that line doesn't make a whole lot of sense until you remember that Roth himself was going up the Amazon when he got the call to perform at the US Festival in 1983. Bowie was on the bill too, Van Halen had that clause in their contract that no one could be paid more than them. So, when Bowie was getting $1.5 million, dollar bills, I mean, Van Halen got that too. If you want more of this story, I mean, there's a whole 13 minutes of it over on the new Young Southpaw Part of an Hour podcast, episode 37, Van Bowie.